Welcome back. You guessed it, straight back into more Hunter x Hunter with the final episode of this week. Gone chasing after his idealised version of the father, not actually knowing what's going on, really. All he knows is he wants to see him, whether or not the father wants to see him back. In fact, it's been quite made clear it's not the case. But why that is, or what else is going on, still unknown. Maybe we'll find out. But with a message about his mother going unheard, and his real mother giving him a hearty meal before setting off, it's time to carry on the adventure. Fall into distinct categories like enhancers, manipulators, something or other. Specialists, transmuters, that's it. And it's showing up for a few little silhouettes there of who would fall into that category. There's Soka and Kirawa, Leorio. And you can learn the skills of the ones of the sister skills just off of your inherent one. Well, you can learn most of them, but they're varying degrees of difficulty and usefulness if you actually put in the effort. So does that mean we'll now get this little Nen graph spiel at the beginning of every episode? And while Gon and Killua have been playing around in the Heavens Arena, what is Kurapika being put through? We saw him ever so slightly being taught some, well, at least on the journey to teaching, or being taught Nen, not being able to. What a thing to see. I mean, if you're going to get right into the atmosphere of the episode like that, I think this is going to definitely be a Kurapika episode if that's the starting little splash screen. Coming back. Can you see it now? That seems like a good job. Just sit around. No one's coming today. Nice. Just have another cup of tea. Play on my phone for a few hours. It's not as easy as that. It's not knowing then, not being able to see it and get himself killed. You're just pointing to thin air. So easily lost his hunter license there after it being so valuable, letting someone pickpocket it like that. Just a game, nothing more. Fate made them made them meet like this. He is definitely a rookie. Let's make things interesting, shall we? Getting a rundown like this, in case we didn't remember, it was only a few episodes ago though, so I don't think we need the full kind of playthrough, but seeing him beaten down to this degree, well, how much of a gap there is between those with Nen and those without. Wonder how many hunters out there who have actually passed the second part of the exam would extend their hand and help out. Oh, we're going straight into the same thing with Wing. Oh, it's like standard practice first lesson. Here's a glass of water. See what your Nen is. Although I think after practicing so long, actually visualizing your aura, being able to control it and mold it around you, how many people were disappointed? Oh, really? We used a glass of water? What high-tech experiment. Zero. Because it falls outside of the usual ratings. It's something innate. But could it be because Nen change at all when he gets a little agitated? With his racial trait of his eyes, would that change anything or just make him more powerful in his conjuration? Was that a look of sadness in his eyes just then? But if you master it and it's still only 60% effective, use what you can at your disposal. Kind of like I can't remember his name. The other conjurer that Hisoka fought in the Heavens Arena. Or was he an enhancer that was trying to do other things? Either way, not using his main talent. Spreading it too far. However, he can do things find a niche, find something that he can excel at there. Yeah. Well, there's your problem. Just go beyond the bounds of what humans are capable of. It would make more sense just to buy a good sword, but yeah, you'd be wasting energy, I guess. Although if someone's blocking your strikes, you can dematerialize the sword, go through theirs, then materialize it, slash. So there's a use for it. And what is this teacher's speciality? Yeah, he's not the first. Straight to the source. The spiders. The nature of the job is irrelevant. Unless they don't care about the actual thing being achieved, or how many they throw at it before they actually succeed. Okay. Are we actually just going to run down the bunch of them? A collector of fine china. Doesn't seem as though these ones are... Well, that one... Head of a child with jelly syndrome. I got him pumped. Chains? Keep people from moving? I see. I like his way of thinking, though. Make them pay for their crimes and the like. Well, can you stop him? Or has he learned exactly what he needs? Well, make the impossible merely improbable. How about mostly unbreakable chains? Just passing another character that we saw in openings and whatnot before. Oh god, the rising piano. Terrible melody of rage. Well, if there was anyone that was filled with inner turmoil, it definitely wouldn't be Kurapika at all, would it? Someone else wanting to get to the auction. How rare. There's just some reason that you've got to stay away from that one. What have they been through? The auction of high-class goods and whatnot, the purveyors of the fine. If there's a collection of, as that of one employer was saying, of flesh there. The usual shakedown about to be turned on its head. I'm sure they would. And they're about to learn why she's a bodyguard. Classy. Well, I can find better ways. Wow! I can find better ways of manipulating people, but I guess if it's 100% effective. How long does it last for? You hired them. You hired. What, so you never conducted an interview beforehand to see what they were up to, or if they could actually protect you? Must have been a first-time employer. Corpse samples. He is a master of the arts here. Bullets are no match for a haiku. I like the music to go along with it though. Well, bad luck next time. They would just get someone like from the scene of the full moon on top of a building, and now just someone relaxing with a bunch of dogs. An old-style castle residence. Some fancy hedgerows. Where'd the bell come from? Didn't react to anyone else. Maybe it's that heartbeat of his. Why the long face? Must be working here for a while. All of the ones that we've seen before are now here. Of course they would be. Is there going to be anyone new that they hadn't been little shown off? One that needed so many of you. Whose voice was that? Whether you can obtain the items or not. So hire a bunch of people, whether they make it or not. One item. What if they double up? Do. from a famous right arm of an Egyptian mummy. I can tell what the next one would be. You're about to make a big, grand mistake. What's his heartbeat? What kind of melody is it playing now? So what item would be the least intrusive to grab? Raiding ancient tombs? Become part of the darkness themselves? Bring it down from within, that's the plan. I mean, I get you're wary of him, but maybe don't stare while he's in this deep fort. No, I didn't think about it. What's the point of a collection if you can't show it off to someone? And yep, there it is. Make them all pay. How are they supposed to start the hunt if there's no exit? Be tough. I suppose it would make sure that they then wouldn't have to pay them as much. The highest 7, only 2 actually start getting the job done. It's a little difficult for that one to actually use her powers if they're all wearing masks. Just hide behind the butler, though. Straight into offense. A fight scene. See who can make it out. Anyone, can anyone actually procure some items? How much is going to be on sale? The issue is that whenever you've got things like this, there's always going to be people not only wanting the collection, there's going to be those looking for things just to sell even if no one buys them, just for the off chance of some money. Alright, what's going to be up now on the Encyclopedia of Hunters? Mizuken. Mizuken. They're good friends. Oh god. Seeing, I didn't think we would get another rundown montage section of Kurapika learning the ins and outs of Nen, going through all the lessons that Gon and Killua did, because, well, we've already been through that, so getting it all in half an episode, cool, yep, he's learned it, now he's off. Even if his teacher doesn't think he's fully ready yet. After complete his first job. Oh boy. But do you think that guy got the message? Stop talking about the eyeballs. Okay? But who would be in line to purchasing them. Is it a big market? We know that there was an influx of eyeballs not all too long ago. But no matter which of the items that they are deemed to try to recover, I wonder how many of them are actually getting out of the mansion in the first place. We did get one of them with almost no introduction whatsoever, just walking down a pathway. That's it. Some were a little more ceremonious than others. But I did get exactly what I wanted. A little more into Kurapika's story, what he's been up to for the time that Gon and Killua were in the Heavens Arena. So, seeing them now. A very different path than his friends. Going straight into what he was trying to do after learning about Nen. Trying to get ingratiated into this life so that he can destroy it from within. Find those in charge, take them down, make them pay for their crimes against him, his family, his clan, and pretty much everything else that they've done. The list will be quite long. And I do get the point of testing the people you employ, although you're killing them right off the bat. Some may see the fun in the challenge for those like Ahsoka, but if this was your first job and you're just trying to make a little bit of money, well, bugger. I do want to see Kurapika's chains in action, though. What he can conjure up, what kind of restraint they really provide. Make some change, coat them in some even more dense Nen aura. I wonder if Kurapika will be less lenient than Zeus, with Prometheus chaining someone to a rock for their liver to be eaten by a crow every day. I think with the rage in his heart, the kind of ironic fate and punishment would be up his alley. So, kind of scared. Excited to see what would happen in the future. Maybe you are too. If you want to see all of that, consider subscribing to the channel. If you liked this one, let me know down below. Maybe leave a like as well. Join to my Discord if you want to see what else is going on. But make sure to get yourself some rest. Because I don't think these ones are going to be quite as easy as what we've been seeing previously. See you in the next one. My patrons are doing their utmost to make sure I don't need to go out searching for a client to actually earn some money because, well, they can keep the channel running by themselves. So I really do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthea, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Arcanine, Y1TR, Tori Jane, Danny Swede, Diego Zenhausen, Jim Ace, SZ9870, and everyone else. And if you would like to keep the channel going without needing to go hunt for eyeballs, consider heading onto my Patreon as well.